Wanted to show you some of my Kydex. I just started, made myself a little press, ordered some Kydex from knifekits.com, and had just started to make some sheaths. And they say necessity is the mother of invention. Well, my old Cold Steel Tanto sheath from the late 80s was starting to show that it had seen better days. The Velcro barely works. This leather is dried and cracked, and I love the sheath, and I want to keep it as long as I can. I don't want to stress it out, so I needed to make a sheath for my Cold Steel Tanto. This is the knife that started it all for me. Love this knife. So I made a gunmetal gray sheath for it. Just in case I ever want to use it, I don't want to bring this out. Second, I made this, my Kershaw Diskin Hunter, which is like a cool little Bowie. Easily stashes in the waistband. I like this little knife. It's cool. I like this sheath. One of my faves. It rides really flat. I don't often carry a fixed blade, but when I do, I like some of these smaller blades. This one here, this is a friction fit on a Kershaw Antelope Hunter. After I saw Israel at We All Juggle Knives, one of his everyday carries is the Bear Hunter. Thought, that's an interesting knife. I never would have given it a second glance. I don't know why. I guess because it's a pretty plain looking utilitarian hunter's blade, but man, that full flat ground blade, drop point blade, extremely useful, extremely deadly if you needed it to be. And the handle, my hands aren't that big, so I decided why not try the Antelope Hunter first, and it fits me perfectly. I love that. Nice aggressive jimping here. So I made this little coyote brown friction fit sheath. Came a little close to that one. I'm still learning. And all of these, I prefer this sort of inside the waist loop thing, so this would be inside my pants, and then a little loop comes over and goes through the belt. It's cool. I like this color. This is the second one I made is for this Cold Steel Roachbelly. Very capable, very nasty little blade. I made this black, this is 6mm, this is a thin Kydex. Snaps in there, goes in the waistband. This one's really nice to wear actually, because not much comes out, and if you have a shirt tucked in, it can kind of cover over most of it. I mean, people aren't going to really notice it, and if they do, just pull it out and say, yeah, what of it. Here, this sheath is for my Skyline fixed blade from Kershaw. I made this, I put this, I think they call it a J-hook. It goes under your belt, hooks over the top. So I wear this actually upside down like this in the small of my back. It's just a nice little blade. It's a sweet knife. Comes with a nice little white stitched black leather pouch sheath, but you know, you can't really exactly carry that around with you unless you're, you know, camping or something. So I decided to need a little thing like this, and I really like the way it fits on the small of my back, and I really like how it rides, nice and light. But small of the back carry is not realistic for me, because I sit a lot. I sit in the car, I sit at work, blah, blah, blah. And you can't, it's kind of a pain in the ass, pain in the back to always be leaning against this. If I had a life of adventure and I was always up and running around, I think it'd be a lot more back friendly. But I like this knife, and I like the sheath a lot too. Just snaps in there. I think this knife was made for Kydex. Anyway, this is the very first one I made for a custom neck knife by I don't know who, actually. I bought it at a flea market in New York on 6th Avenue years ago. And if anyone knows, oh, here's the maker's mark right here. Looks like This knife has seen better days. Total Mameluke move. A long time ago I tried to heat up the Kydex sheath that originally came with this to tighten it up a little bit, put it in the oven, walked away, came back, it was melted on. It took me a year to excavate the blade out of the Kydex. It's a cool knife. And the sheath I made is pretty good. And the last thing I've been working on for my brother, who has one of these ridiculously large Cold Steel extra large Espadas, as do I. I'm making him a little holster so this can sit on his belt. I'm still working on it. The rivets are under here. It's going to have a tech lock there, and you just keep it on your belt like this. If you need it, pull it out. Boom. But this way you don't have to pretend it's a pocket knife. You can just put it in a sheath. Pretty cool. So that's my Kydex. I want to do more and more and more because it's a fun hobby, and man, you can just make endless amounts of cool sheaths for your knives. Thanks for watching. Thanks for geeking out with me, and just love your knives. Love your knives. I'm Knife Junkie.